He's just playing low. He's in his head. He's in his head. He's open. His head wide open. Cracked open in the face.
Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Mario Man 2100 back again with another, update-ish type video. So I'm basically going to talk about a couple of my Let's Plays and some things coming up and that sort of thing, and maybe just go over a couple of things. First things first, I've been wanting to do this for a while. This controller's dead. This PS3 controller, as you can hear, like, it's not supposed to shake that much. Like, I have my other controller down here. This is the one that I use on my actual PS3 and the one that I own. And it doesn't shake nearly as much. You can't really hear the vibration inside. Whereas this one is my one that I got with my dad's PS3 when he first got it. And I don't know whether that's the trigger button shaking or it's something in the inside, but that is broken. So like that is fucking going in the bin. It's gone. That is gone, because there's no way like I can use something like that on my PS3, because the problem is that every time I used, I'm just going to get up and I'm going to start walking, every time that I used it, I'd have to charge it, I'd have to keep it on the charging cable, because once I took it off it wouldn't hold charge. So I don't know whether it's the battery pack that's falling out of it or what the deal is with that. So I've had to replace that with the actual PS3 controller that I actually got with my PS3, and I did buy that other one that wasn't shaking as much, the one that I use for my PS3. I bought that extra because I thought, oh, might as well get two controllers just in case like someone like Jordan comes over and they want to play some games on the PS3. Got two controllers then. But basically, yeah, it's been one use in here, in the lounge room with my dad's PS3 out here, and the other one's being used in my room. So that Infinity War trailer, like, at the time of this recording, it's December 1st, and the trailer came out yesterday, and my god, like, that was amazing. That was an amazing trailer, which, I haven't seen Thor Ragnarok yet, so I've kind of got a little bit spoiled, just a little bit, but not by too much, like I'm going to see that sometime soon anyway. So, talking about LPs, as you've seen, I think would have been the last week of November, was episode 6 of Sonic Colors. The next episode that comes out is the finale of that Let's Play. It was only a seven part Let's Play from how I actually edited it out, and I worked out because I recorded all that in a night. I recorded that in about a space of about 10 hours. I had a lot of breaks in between, so like that cost like a full day, and I recorded each world separately, and then of course edited or took all the footage and put it on my hard drive, so when I actually did the Let's Play I can edit it all out at the same time and that sort of thing. And it was only like 7 or 8 different cutscenes, because like the last little section was only just showing off some extra stuff, but the next episode, episode 7, will be the finale of that Let's Play, And I think the week after that comes out, Kingdom Hearts is finished. So like this coming week, the first week in December, because I don't know when I'm uploading this update video, it might be with Monday's upload, just to make it easier. Or Tuesday's upload, whatever. Might make it a bit easier just to put it out then with either my Sonic 2 Tails run, old LP, or a Smash Brothers video, because I'm not sure which one, because I was supposed to alternate. And then Sonic Force's first impressions video kind of threw that out of whack, because it was like Sonic Colors came out that week, and then the first impressions of Sonic Forces came out, and then if I uploaded the Sonic 2 Tails run on the Monday after that, it would have been 3 Sonic videos in a row, which I haven't done for a while. I will say, sorry, just had some candy in my mouth. I just had some peppermints in my mouth, and that kind of hurt my mouth. But yeah, it would have been 3 Sonic videos in a row, and I know some people don't like Sonic, so didn't want to oversaturate everybody, so that's why when it came to the Smash Brothers stuff that was coming out at the same time, and I did a few episodes of those in the last few weeks. But yeah, so Sonic Colors, episode 7 is the ending, and I think it's episode 80 of Kingdom Hearts 2 is actually when I finished that LP, and that's been a long time coming, like, goddamn, like, oh, man, like, that LP seems like it's been so long in production that I'm not used to actually not playing it now, because I've finished the Let's Play of it. Like, that's the thing I think that happens with long LPs, like RPG LPs, is that they're so long that it just feels like you're still doing them, and after when you're finished, it doesn't really feel like you've actually finished, and you feel like you've still got more to do. But no, episode 80 of Kingdom Hearts 2 is when it finishes, so realistically, the week after that is when I have to start knuckling down on new LPs and stuff, and I got some in the back burner, as I've said before, because I think in Kingdom Hearts 2 I said I wasn't completely sure on which one, and I have a couple in mind of, because I'm going to be doing, because I think Sonic finishes first, so I need to do another Sonic LP, which I do have, which is good, and then move on to a non-Sonic LP after the week after that. So there's that. When it comes to first impressions videos, you would have just seen Boom Street or Fortune Street, if this comes out on the Monday afterwards. And you've seen with the actual, there's a little tip here, have a look at the save data when I create it, because that dates back to when I actually recorded that video, because it's been such a while. It's been a couple of years since I recorded that video, and I'm only just getting to uploading it now. And realistically, I just keep seeing the ads for Star Wars Battlefront 2, and I'm like, I was so excited for that game, and I was really anticipating actually making a video on that, like a first impressions video on that, because I really wanted to pick it up. And then the loot boxes thing came out, and the amount of time you had to put in the game came out, and all this hassle with EA being absolute dicks and having the loot box system. Like, ultimately, when it comes to me with loot boxes, personally, when it comes to like a free-to-play game, that it's absolutely fine. But when it comes to a game that you've already paid for, I particularly don't like it. Yes, Call of Duty World War II's come out like in the last month, and that has supply drops, which are basically loot boxes in a sense, and the ones that you get for free I don't mind. Like, if you want to put money in, that's fine. I just like I don't like the loot boxes that change the way the gameplay is. Like, it affects the gameplay. Like, if it's like something like Overwatch, which I particularly don't play, but I like how Blizzard Entertainment actually handles loot boxes in that game, because it's only just cosmetic stuff. You know, it's not like getting a new weapon or a new hero through loot boxes as you would like Star Wars Battlefront 2 or, excuse me, Call of Duty World War 2 or something like that. You know, it will only just be like a cosmetic skin, which I 100%, if you want to put money into that, that's absolutely fine, and I think that's the best way of doing it. I just don't like the way that they go into a game and they add loot boxes in, and the loot boxes in there actually change the way that the game plays, so like a weapon or an attachment or, you know, that sort of thing. When it comes to that type of system, I absolutely hate it, and that's the reason why I haven't done a first impressions video of Star Wars Battlefront 2, and realistically, I'm not picking that game up. I'm sorry, I just, as much as I was really excited for that game, just the fact that we're getting loot boxes in the game was kind of putting me on, swaying me on the other side of the scales. I was like, oh god, here we go. This is not what I want. And then working out how many hours to put in to get your heroes, that kind of swayed me a bit more in the other direction. And then, you know, EA having the situation. And of course, you know, like, they're temporarily, it's like, oh yeah, EA's shutting off the loot boxes in Battlefront 2. It's like, it's only temporary, guys. Like, they need to get their money. I mean, FIFA does the same thing as well with its FUT packs of cards and that sort of thing. Like, that's technically a loot box, but technically not a loot box at the same time. It's microtransactions, which for a game like a mobile game, I don't mind so much, especially if it's like free to play. If it's paid stuff and you're paying extra, it gets a bit questionable, I will say. But it depends on how much it is. You know, like when it's free to play and you're paying for the cosmetic stuff in the game, say like it's a free to play mobile game or a PC game. I don't think Team Fortress 2 is free. I think that you have to pay for that, but you know what I mean. Like a free to play game, like League of Legends, for example. If you're putting money into that to buy other heroes or that sort of thing, like it's giving you stuff in general, but you can also buy it with, I think, experience in the game. I haven't played League of Legends, so I personally don't know. But from what I hear, that's how the system works. But yeah, like I don't mind in free to play games because they're free from the start. Like, that makes sense. Like, you're not making any money off people downloading your stuff. It's just, you know, people more downloading your stuff, and then you're getting the payments afterwards with cosmetic stuff and, you know, that sort of thing in a free to play game. Whereas something like Star Wars Battlefront 2, you're paying what, 60, 80, because I think you pay at least $80 for a new game, $80, $90 Australian for a new game. That's tax included, of course. But 60 maybe over in the US, maybe like 70. Sometimes I think when Resident Evil 7 first came out, this was back in January of this year, I think that game, here actually costed, $110, I think, from launch. And it's went down to probably about 80, 90 since then, but it's still pretty expensive. So, you know, games like Star Wars Battlefront 2, you're already paying $60, then you have to put more money into the game, and no. Like, I was so excited to play Star Wars Battlefront 2, and then they gone and fucked it up. And, you know, it's questionable whether I'm going to get, you know, the next Battlefront game, because the way that EA is treating their games now, it's not about the overall product. It's about, how much money can we actually make out of it? Like, I mean, game development is difficult and is getting more and more expensive each and every single year, but I don't think loot boxes and stuff is the way to go. Like, season passes, I don't mind as much. Like, if you're paying in advance for content that you absolutely like. I've already paid for the Call of Duty World War II season pass. Did that day one, and that's because I really enjoyed playing the beta of that game, and I'm like, yes, I'm going to be playing this game more and more. I'm going to spend money on the season pass and get more content that way when it launches. I'm paying $60, $80 on top of what I've already bought with the game, but that's because particularly I like that game, so I don't mind spending more money in that game. You know, and I know practices like that sometimes for a lot of people don't sit well with them, but when it's a game you absolutely like to play, I don't think spending the extra money is that bad. The extent of the content is got to be, you know, worth the time and money. That's the thing, you know, like that's the big kicker, is that the time and the money spent on content, if it's only like, say, I think Arkham Knight, Batman Arkham Knight, for example, I think that season pass was like more than the actual game. I think it was almost $100. I think for that season pass, and I think it's $120. I think now if you don't get the season pass and don't get the digital season pass, because I think you could still get that through PSN and possibly the Xbox Live Arcade. I'm not sure, because I don't have Xbox or an Xbox One, so I don't know how that works with Batman in that instance. But I know at least with PSN, I believe the digital season pass is still there, so you can kind of get a discount for it, for all the DLC stuff and that. But that was more than the game, and the content in it wasn't as much as the actual game that you paid for. So like with a practice like that, no, like you're paying more money than the content that they actually gave you. Like the time that you get out of the extra content it doesn't amount to how much you've actually paid for. And I think that's the key that everybody needs to get right. I think Nintendo is starting to get it right. They've had quite a few games that do it right. I think Smash Brothers was a questionable one, but I love that game, so I don't mind paying money for that. But the business practice wasn't as good when it comes to that game. And there's a few other games that Nintendo has that sort of system where it doesn't quite work, but most of the games, I think, even though I don't like the game New Super Mario Bros. 2 with the course level packs, that they were perfectly priced. Let's think, Hyrule Warriors I think worked really well, even with season passes and that. I think Fire Emblem works kind of well, because you've got like a huge tactical RPG that you're spending like $60-80 on already, and then you're getting like, I think it's like $20 or $30 extra, and you're getting probably like a third. Like I think a third of the game. It depends on the game, but I think Fire Emblem Fates definitely did it in the right direction, where you could buy the one version and then pay for the other two as DLC, which I think were like $30 each. I think, but you had the same amount of content as, say, if you bought Fire Emblem Fates Birthright, and you wanted to buy, I always forget the other one. And there's that other one, and then Revelations, and I can't remember the other one. God damn it. But anyway, like, say if you got Birthright and you wanted the other two, you could pay for the other two and spend about the same amount of money, I think, as the actual base game, and get twice as much content, which I think was good. It was a good practice for Nintendo to do, and I think that was definitely well worth the money. So realistically, I know this is more turning out from an update to a rant about like loot boxes and stuff, but it's you know, it's important, and it's, you know, I just don't want games devolving into just loot boxes just because they want to do it, because that's just the wrong way of doing it. And I think that they need to spend more time in the actual game than actually working on DLC. And I think even Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, like, I do like that game. It's not as good as some of the as Marvel 3 for me, and because that's my game. I've played so much of that game. But for a lot of people, it's Marvel 2, and they're spending more time on the DLC, it looks like, more so than the actual game, which some people feel like. And I don't know, I kind of feel in the middle about that. Like, a lot of the new characters are DLC characters, which kind of sucks, considering how much of the base roster we have that are new characters. But at the same time, they're also having returning characters as well, like Venom's coming up. I would assume some characters from Marvel 2, Marvel 1, and Marvel 3 will make it in. as well when it comes to DLC. I don't think that the DLC will stop for Marvel vs. Capcom. And speaking of that DLC, that comes out on December 5th, I think. So that comes out in a couple of days of this recording, which is insane. It's insane. Like, December is here, and it doesn't feel like it's December. Like, it still feels like it's August to me in some instances. August, September. But we have, like, Mario Odyssey out, we have Sonic Forces, which I like. I like Sonic Forces. I've finished that game. I haven't 100% of the game, of course, but I like that game, and I don't mind spending more money on it to get the PS4 version, because I said I was going to do that with Mania, and I said I was going to do that with Forces before even Mania was out. I said that to myself. And I haven't picked up the PS3. Keep saying PS3, but I got that on the mind because I'm recording stuff for that, for first impressions, that sort of thing. The PS4 version, I don't mind picking up, because I already have the Switch version of Mania and Forces, and I already have the PS4 version of Mania as well. And I haven't touched it on PS4 yet, but that's because I have it on Switch at the moment. So when I get the time to actually want to play it again, I'll play it on there. That'll be fine. And same with Forces on PS4 when I eventually pick it up. But yeah, I don't mind, games having loot boxes. Just make it cosmetic stuff. Like, that's, like, if it was something like Smash Brothers and it was costume packs, like it was alternate costumes, and you already had alternate costumes in there, I wouldn't mind so much. I wouldn't mind at all, because that'd be fine. Speaking of videos, because I want to get back to that, I do have my countdown of games from 2017 list on the way. I've got to start actually knuckling down and actually writing that script, because I need to record that pretty soon. I don't know whether it will be coming out this month or next month in January, because of my time that I have. But I have a feeling it might be next month, but I'll push to see if I can get it done in December, because I really want to cut off, because I think Xenoblade Chronicles 2 comes out today of this recording, and I really want to cut it off at that game in particular, because I think that's one of the last major releases of the year. So I want to stop it there, put a line through, and say, okay, all the games that I have now, I'm going to do the list on that. All the games that I want extra, that I wanted from this year, I'll just put it in the bottom, just put it as an honorable mentions, or games that I haven't played, because I know there's a few games that I've bought this year that I haven't played yet. Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon is an example. I haven't played Metroid yet, but I'm going to get to that pretty soon, because I still haven't finished Pokemon Moon for myself. That's why I'm holding off on Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon at the moment. But Metroid, I haven't played yet, but I'm getting to that. I really wanted to play Skyrim this year, but I'm probably not going to be able to, because I'm still playing Zelda. I'm still going to finish that game, because I know that the DLC is supposed to be coming out, I think, this month. So that's going to be a struggle, because I think I'm on my last Divine Beast, and then I'm going to head into the endgame stuff, which is good. Playing that, and then Mario Odyssey, I've still got plenty to play, because I've only done up to, I think I can go to the Wood Kingdom now, so I'm taking my time with that game. It's a good game, I just want to take my time with it. It's not that it's a bad game, I'm just taking my time, going through it at my own pace, because I'm still playing Zelda at the same time, so that's, it's either playing Zelda or playing Mario, and that's always a struggle. So with all that said, thank you guys so much for watching this update video / rant, because most of it was probably a rant, more so than an update video, and I keep looking away from the camera, I know, but I'm just used to that. Sorry about that. Still recording? Yes, I am. Oh my god, this update video is so long. So with all that said, thank you guys so much for watching this update / rant video of my stuff. So Kingdom Hearts 2, Sonic Colors, finishing very shortly. That's my Christmas gift to you guys, I guess. I don't know. So like I said, thank you guys so much for watching. You guys have a great day or night, and of course, take care.